So I've recently been asked by a classroom teacher, how can I tell when my students complete work? There is no auto notification. Is it done? Is it not done? It's not like there's an actual box where a student can turn an assignment in. And that's what makes Wixie easy to use, especially in a primary environment where kids just do the work, they log off, and the work is automatically available for the teachers to see. However, if you look to manage your assignments, that's within Wixie as well. Now, this will not work if you decide you want to use, for instance, if this was an assignment here, if you decide you want to just copy the link and share that to students, these management options won't exist. So you need to actually go through the assign process. And again, although there are many places, this is through the file menu, come down to assign, choose your classes, choose your date range. I'm going to go ahead to all students, and since today's the first date, it'll instantly be available. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. So when I go to the home section in the teacher menu and go to and again, this is where you view student work under students. This is where you can manage your assignments under assignments. So when I go to assignments and open up the assignment in question, and currently it wasn't assigned to this class, so because I teach multiple classes, I got to find the correct class, I can tell that not a single student has started it yet. Now, this isn't a big deal because I assigned it 5 minutes ago, or excuse me, 30 seconds ago. But if I teach, for instance, I'm a former 5th grade teacher. If I assign it on Monday and it's due by Friday, if I look at it on Wednesday and I see that not a single kid has started yet, I'm raising a little bit of concern, and I'm expressing that concern to my students because I would expect at least some to do it. So this is a way that I can see that they've started it yet. Now, when the students open the file, which we're going to log off and pretend to be a student here, there and there. When a student opens the file, and again, they see the assignment first thing. Another nice thing about not having the hyperlink, they see it first thing when they click on it. When they open it, they now get their own copy of it. And when I go back to the list, you're going to see that it'll say started. It won't say, it'll actually, I think it says in progress. But I'm going to show this as complete as well. So let's say the kids do the modifications. They rotate it as the activity talks about, making three, go to instructions, 3 equal representations. If this was something obviously more elaborate, and again, I was looking about something that was assigned on Monday and due on Friday, the student has the ability to actually say, hey, I'm done. I'm turning it in. And for them, it's the mark as complete choice. This is, and when they click on it, this is one of those deals where you get this warning, if you're done with this, right? Because once you say it's complete, you won't be able to make any more changes. So it is as if they are turning it in. So I press yes. And you can see as a student, I can't paint on it. I can't do anything anymore. It again is just a view. But what's nice is that when I go back to my teacher account, and I open up assignments, and I click on this one, and again, I select the correct class list. There it is. Complete, and this is when she turned it in, 3:22. And again, the rest have not started. I'm quite confident it says in progress, showing that they at least have opened the file and they're working on it. So the other end of this, though, is as a teacher, because this way I can give comment to her now before the deadline, and maybe they can go back and revise it. Because when you're viewing the project, so if I go to students, and I take that back, I can, from this tab, say, okay, let's go view this work for just this assignment. So I'm going to say view student work, and it's already done the sort for this oranges are yummy activity. So when I go into Mr. Loomis's class and open up the student, you can see there it is. This is the assignment. I open it up. I can leave feedback for it, by clicking the plus and typing in messages. But if you want to uncomplete it so they can work on it again, all you got to do is slide it over. Now on the flip side, if I am grading their work, they didn't turn it in. If I am grading their work, I think the first thing you want to do is mark it as complete. Because the last thing you want to have happen, let's say, for instance, this is an ideal project to show at like a parent conference or a student's IEP or 504 meeting or whatnot. If you say to yourself as a teacher, boy, I can't wait to show this to mom and dad in 2 weeks at that meeting, and then 2 weeks have passed and you're at the meeting, you talk about this perfect example that you want to show mom and dad, you open it up and the child has messed it up royally because they went in after school one day and just threw on it and everything. by marking it complete, they can't modify it. Mom and dad can't modify it if they're trying to make, kids' projects a little bit better than they really are. So I love to mark it as complete so no other changes can happen to it, unwanted, particularly changes. So mark it as complete and then leave a comment. And again, when you mark it, for instance, if I uncomplete here, but if you mark it as complete, when you go back to that assignment view, you will also see it as complete if you were to mark it manually. But in this case, I marked it incomplete, so it's back to in progress. Or incomplete, not incomplete. Uncompleted the option, so maybe it was incomplete. So what I'm saying is that you mark it as complete and you have 8 kids that turn it in and you leave comments for, you can see, okay, complete, because you've graded them as well. So even if they don't mark them as complete, you can. Because I don't see first graders marking things as complete because their projects might not be as elaborate. And again, if you have 15 minutes or 20 minutes in class, ideally the kids are finishing in the 15 or 20 minutes. If they're not, then you got to start balancing are they playing or producing? We see a lot of kids spend a lot of time drawing in Wixie, but yet that has nothing to do with the lesson objective. So maybe look at having them do recordings first or typing text to get their knowledge down first, and then the drawing they can do to enhance their project when they've already demonstrated that knowledge based on the lesson objective. So that would be my other suggestion is if the kids aren't finishing templates during the allotted time in class, then you need to focus in on what they are doing. And we see a lot of times the kids are just drawing and then 15 minutes are up and you got nothing to grade. So there we go. My little review of what I would do to manage student work since there is no auto notify teacher that assignment has been completed.